Wow, Chelsea, really cool background. Oh, thank you. Thank you for noticing. It's about damn time, right? I finally have something behind me. So I can look just a little bit more professional, like I have some sort of idea what I'm doing. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mercury Minded Tarot. My name is Chelsea, and for today's reading, I wanted to look into what their intentions are for you. Now, I do want to point out that today's reading is focused on romantic relationships, and I think this is going to work best if you have someone in mind already. Either it's an established relationship or you know them and there's been some communication, some back and forth. Feel free to try it no matter what situation you're currently in, but be advised that this was created for those who already have a romantic relationship in mind. So if you are new here, yes, I am always like this, but the important thing is I love tarot, I love astrology, and I love combining the two to create these pick a card readings for you guys. So if these are things that you are also interested in, maybe consider liking or subscribing, and definitely let me know down below what you'd like to see in the future, and also if this resonated, how it resonated with you. Just hit me with the good stuff, the hot gossip, the scalding tea. And I promise I will never say that again. So now that I've rambled for entirely too long, let's go look at the cards. All right, everyone, here we have our cards. Go ahead, take a moment to yourself. Ask yourself, either in your mind or out loud, what are their intentions? How do they really feel about me? In which direction are we headed, okay? What are their true intentions towards you? Now, for those of you that like utilizing a visual aid, I have a bunch of crystals on top. We have group 1 here with the raw sodalite. We have group 2 with the raw smoky quartz. We have group 3 with the raw fluorite. And then finally we have group 4 with the raw rose quartz. So go ahead, do whatever method works best for you when it comes to picking a pile, whether you need to meditate, pause the video, or just going by whichever catches your eye first. Once you've made your pick, I'm going to have all of the timestamps listed down in the description box below for you, and I will meet you there. Now, for those of you that don't like having something on top of the individual piles, we still have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4 here for you. So do what you need to do, pick your pile. Once you've made your pick, I will have all of the timestamps listed down below for you so you can skip ahead to your group, and I will see you there. Okay, so if you are someone who went with group 1 or the raw sodalite piece here, these are the tarot cards that I have selected for you, all right? We have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to go over these, and then once I've done that, I have a whole big pile of oracle cards that we'll use to further clarify all of this, all right? So the very first thing I want to point out here, group 1, is with this Ace of Wands, this could be someone that's new that you've asked about, because the Ace of Wands obviously represents the start of something new. So they could be a new person that's entered your life, or if this is someone that you've known for a while or have been involved with for a while, this could indicate that they're looking to start something new with you. There's also a lot of physical attraction, physical chemistry. The Queen of Wands, she's spicy, okay? She is fiery, she is passionate. She has a lot of love to give. And with her being here, this person may also possibly find you a little bit intimidating or even out of their league. And that's something confirmed with the 9 of Pentacles here too. You know, this is luxury. This is like the best of the best. So they may feel that way towards you as well, that you're too good for them or you're out of their league. There's something about you that might be a little scary, a little intimidating. The other thing here is that they could find you incredibly self-sufficient and independent, or they could be someone who's rather independent. But what I'm getting here more than any of that with the 9 of Pentacles, the Wands energy here, I almost feel like this person could be rather traditional. For some of you, of course, because this is such a large general reading, not every interpretation will apply to you specifically, but for some of you, this person definitely is rather traditional. They may adhere to the more traditional gender roles. If they are in a relationship with you and say you're the woman, you're the female, they may expect you to stay home and take care of the kids or something like that. The other thing I see here, because there is such this strong independent vibe coming from these cards, I don't see this person as in any rush to settle down. So if you're looking for like a marriage or an engagement sometime soon, I don't necessarily see that here. I feel like they're just enjoying being with you. They're enjoying this chemistry they have with you. They're enjoying kind of getting swept up in this passion and this fire that is so prevalent here. I will point out, however, I always hesitate to bring up children, but this is a pregnancy or conception card, so that could be something that they're interested having with you in the future. You know what I mean? Like having a child with you in the future. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, I am feeling like there's something about sharing, like shared responsibilities. They want to share resources with you. This could even be like eventually having a home together. It's like sharing responsibility. They feel like you are someone who they can rely on and depend on as far as sharing responsibilities and living together goes. What else am I getting here? I feel like their end goal ultimately with you is going to be creating this stability, creating security, building something together. They like having the best of the best, the nicest things, which may be why they're so attracted to you, right? Because they feel that you are the best of the best. They feel you are so attractive, so passionate, so capable. They want to create a life full of that with you. I'd also like to address here, of course, I keep mentioning the fire, so if this is you, if you're the Queen of Wands, you may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ace of Wands is fire as well, and then Nine of Pentacles is earth, but because we have two Wands cards, I feel like you're either the fire sign or, you know, the fire element is prominent in your chart, or it could be the opposite where this person you've asked about is the fiery influence here. But let's go ahead. I'm going to whip out my oracle cards. The first one I have here is the Libra new moon with the message, a new romantic cycle begins, which is what I was saying, right, about this possibly being a new person you've asked about, a new relationship you have questions about. Literally, the new moon, of course, brings new chapters, new cycles. So this does confirm for me that this is either a new person, or if this is someone you've been with, they're looking to take that next step with you. What is the next chapter? What is the next step for your relationship together? Now, I know I said earlier I didn't see marriage or engagement coming soon, but this card tells me that that is an end goal for them. They want to like team up with you. Libra is all about partnership. So they see you as someone who is their equal, and they want to have you on their team with them. You know what I mean? Now, the other card I have here is going to be the supermoon that says emotions are running high. This just tells me emotionally you guys are very connected. You might invoke these very strong emotional reactions from one another. And the other thing here with this supermoon, I feel, you know, when the moon is so big, it has such a strong pull on the tides, indicating the strong attraction. And then here with the Nine of Pentacles and the supermoon, I feel like you could be attracting that abundance. This partnership, this union would be very successful, like financially and materially. You attract that abundance, you attract those blessings when you're in this union. So this Nine of Pentacles, this life of luxury and happiness is definitely achievable for this partnership, and it's something that they're actively working towards. My other cards, let's see, I have the 11th house. I've talked about how this is the house of our associations and our friendship circles, our network circles, but this is also a house of our hopes, our aspirations, kind of like our wishes. And so I feel like this is just repeating exactly what I was saying previously, that you may be someone that they see as out of their league. You are someone that they aspire to be good enough for. Does that make sense? A successful, happy, abundant life with you is their hope, is their wish, is their aspiration. This is so cute. Okay, let's keep going. Here I have Taurus, Again, stability, security, financial success. And then also, like I said, this was earth sign energy. Here's our earth sign here. There could be Taurus in their chart or your chart. Or even if you look at the composite chart between the two of you, I'd be interested in seeing what that looks like if there's a Taurus energy in there. But let's see what else I have here. I'm just throwing them willy-nilly. I'm sorry. This is the South Node. This tells me that you probably immediately felt comfortable with this person, as if you had known them before. There was something very familiar and just comforting about their presence. And this card, as it has karmic inclinations, I hate throwing it out there so casually, but I do want to include it because I feel like that is the case for some of you in this group, that there is a karmic or past life bond between the two of you. And that definitely means that this relationship may feel natural or easy in some cases or some instances for you. I'm pulled to the word here, remember. Subconsciously, some part of you may be remembering what it was like with this person in a past life, which again makes it so easy to connect, so easy to bond, and so easy for the two of you to progress forward because you do have such a solid foundation or history together. Whether that's literally like in the past in this life or just due to the past lives that you may have shared together. Let's keep going. No one's surprised I have another Earth card. Now, as much as this means being grounded, being practical, like Taurus and the Nine of Pentacles says, there's also a sensuality in the imagery of this card, which again confirms for me the physical connection, the physical chemistry and intimacy that'll probably be pretty spicy between the two of you. And then, of course, there's my fire again. There's Aries. Similarly to the Queen of Wands, passionate, driven, ambitious, very initiating, and this union is very like progressive and forward focused. The two of you might be thinking, you know, what's our next step? What can we tackle next? How can we keep building? How can we keep growing together? And then my last oracle card here is going to be one that says actions speak loudly, you know, expressing your love through actions. This is my sexy group, isn't it? This is all about love being expressed physically. Your love languages or their love languages might include physical touch, even gift giving perhaps. So that is what I am seeing here. Their intentions are definitely to like take that next step. Again, if this is a new person, it'd be, you know, to start a relationship with you. If this is someone you've been with that you're asking about, they're looking for the next step, the next chapter, making that move to further progress your connection. So their intentions, I don't see anything malicious here. I see nothing but intimacy, that strong emotional and physical connection here. And ultimately they want to live the good life with you. This is someone, I keep mentioning that ambition. They want money, they want abundance, they want the finer things in life, and you are included in that. So this is what I see for you here, Group 1. A very positive, steamy read for you guys. Again, my disclaimer that this is a large and general reading, so not everything may resonate with you 100%, and that's absolutely okay. Take what does speak to you and then leave the rest for somebody else. As always, I appreciate you checking out this video and hanging out on my channel. It's a pleasure reading for you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Thanks, Group 1. Okay, so for those of you that selected Group 2 or went with the giant smoky quartz piece here, these are the tarot cards that I've pulled for you, okay? So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Two of Swords here. So I'll go ahead and I'll interpret these, and then I have a bunch of oracle cards that I'm going to pull as well to help us further clarify what their intentions are with you. So let's start with what I feel with the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Swords is that you're probably very well matched as far as like mentally and intellectually. I also feel like you probably have very similar hobbies or interests, which may be how you met. There's just these things that you really enjoy doing together. However, I then get concerned, Group 2, because I wonder if it's able to progress past that. Now, I don't know if you're asking about someone new or asking about someone that you're already in a relationship with. So keep that in mind when I do these interpretations. Not everything will resonate with you 100%. If it does, that's fantastic. But ordinarily it doesn't, and that's okay. Just take what does speak to you and then leave the rest for somebody else. But here's where I get a little questioning. I don't know if that's the right way to say this, but I feel like with the Sun here, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like someone is stubborn here. It very well might be both of you, but there's definitely this stubborn energy here that doesn't want to budge. And then there's there could be like an ego clash. Does that make sense? The Sun here is our sense of self, it's our vitality. But with the Two of Swords, you may not always see eye to eye or see things clearly. It's kind of like you only can really see or understand your own view, your own perspective. And for some of you, that may not be the case, but really there is some sort of ego clash, some sort of power struggle. The Knight of Pentacles, you know, this being associated with Earth can be particularly stubborn, and the Two of Swords is conflict. And with the Sun, again, as our sense of self, this is an ego battle. This is who's really in charge, who's calling the shots. There could be conflict over that. And I don't mean like a physical conflict. This feels like argumentative or bickering. It's very verbal. And then with the Two of Swords here, it means that it usually will result in a stalemate. Like things don't typically get resolved. No resolution gets made, you know, like it doesn't go anywhere. It's just arguing. So let's see the oracle cards that I have pulled for you here, group 2. Oh boy, okay. So the first one here is the Void of Course Moon, which says nothing will come of this situation. The important thing to note here, group 2, because I don't want all of you just hating me for raining on your parade. This is reading things as they stand right now, as they stand currently. It may currently be a Void of Course Moon type of situation, but that can always change if you make active decisions, active choices to move past this or work to resolve whatever this issue and conflict is. This can change. You very well could get the more positive interpretation of the Sun, which is, you know, optimism and contentment and just general happiness. But as of right now, their intentions seem, I don't want to say controlling, but it's almost like they want you to surrender to them. Does that make sense? Like they want you to give in. So let's keep going. Here I have the Scorpio full moon, which says it's time to release the negativity. It may be time to move on from this. If you haven't been feeling fulfilled in this connection, if you haven't been feeling happy or any type of contentment from this partnership, it may be time to release this person. And the other thing that I get from both of those oracle cards plus our tarot up here is that there could be some deep-rooted, like emotional or subconscious issues or problems going on here. Scorpio can be very obsessive and paranoid. And again, that really confirms what I was saying about power struggles, control issues. Let's keep going. Here I have the third house, just confirming that arguments you have are going to be more verbal. It also tells me, again, that your intellectual and your mental connection is very strong. You guys understand the way that the other thinks and communicates, but ultimately those words can also be used against you. And here I have Sagittarius, going back to the way that you may communicate or this person may communicate with you. They may be blunt. Sagittarius has that reputation for being very impulsive and kind of acting without thinking sometimes. I feel like this is a sign that would just wing it. So in that regard, they may say things without necessarily thinking them through all the time. Their intention may not be to necessarily hurt you, but I don't think they understand exactly the effect that this bickering in these arguments may have on you or on your connection, group 2. My next card is going to be the Moon. The word, I'm going to turn it around here, that caught my eye right off the bat is defend. There may be walls up, very defensive, very reactive to one another, especially if we're dealing with a Scorpio moon. Self-preservation is key, wanting to defend themselves. And again, there's that obsessive thinking going on as well. And here I have Cancer. So it's interesting to me that we have a lot of water signs, well, 2 water signs here, Scorpio and Cancer now, as well as 2 fire signs if the sun rules over Leo and Sagittarius. So there could be a lot of water or fire in one of your charts or both your charts. And fire and water together creates steam. So there could be like a love-hate thing going on here almost. Like maybe you drive each other crazy, but it's almost like sometimes you like it and sometimes it's too much. Again, Cancer and the moon, they go hand in hand, and this tells me that there's like fluctuating emotions in this relationship. They kind of come and go like the tides. But no matter what, it's like whether you feel really, really good about this person or really, really bad, it's probably very intense either way. So it's like you either really, really love each other or you are really, really fighting. There's not a lot of wiggle room or middle ground that I'm seeing here with the 2 of Swords. Literally, it's one way or the other. Now, again, to no one's surprise, here we have Pluto, rules over Scorpio. Basically, everything I was saying about the obsessiveness, control issues, power struggles, wanting to dominate over the other. This is like who's really got the power, who's really in charge, who can come out on top. I almost feel as though you or this person may have trouble dropping your walls or dropping their guard. For some reason, there is like almost like a tinge of distrust here. And I wonder, this could be the result of someone's past, whether it's yours or theirs, their upbringing, but someone or even both of you are feeling, defensive. I really feel like their intentions here, group 2, as much as there may be love here or the potential for love here, I feel like ultimately their intentions for you, group 2, is, I keep hearing surrender. They want you to surrender to them. They want to be the ones in control. All right, let's see my final oracle card, group 2. It says, the heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye. There is something boiling under the surface here. There are some deep-rooted subconscious types of issues, and I'm getting now with the Knight of Pentacles up here, one of you, I feel like it's you, group 2. I feel like it's you. You probably feel very inclined, very pulled to keep trying, to keep pushing, to keep putting effort into this. The Knight of Wands is dependable, consistent. So even when you're fighting, there is something almost irresistible about the pull from Pluto and Scorpio, the moon, Cancer. There's something you can't quite let go of, and it encourages you to keep trying, keep pushing. We can turn this around, we can make this better. But I don't know if that's something you can do on your own, group 2. This person, they have something going on that I don't think involves you. This is something deep within themselves. I feel like there's almost like a fear of getting hurt, a fear of being vulnerable that keeps this partnership from making progress or moving forward or taking the next step. When you think of these 2 water signs, Cancer and Scorpio, they both have shells. They both have that very hardened exterior to protect whatever is going on inside, and there is something going on a deeper level with this individual, group 2. And for whatever reason, I feel like they want control over you. Again, I want to make it clear, this is just reading it as things are. You both could work this out, make moves, make plans, take steps to overcome any arguing or bickering, overcome these power struggles. That's going to be ultimately up to you. I'm just trying to tell you what I'm seeing here right now with this spread. Of course, keep in mind this is a very large general reading, so not all aspects may resonate with you 100%, and that is a-okay. It's totally normal. Just take what does connect with you and leave the rest for somebody else. But this is what I'm seeing here for you, group 2. This could always change. I'm of course rooting for you guys. I never like giving more negative readings, but I also don't ever want to lie to anybody. So this is what I'm seeing for you. This is their intention. They want to dominate. They want to be in control. They want the power over you. That is what I'm getting. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, group 2. Again, I wish you nothing but the best, and I wish you nothing but happiness. I appreciate you checking out this channel, and I'll see you next time. Hey, group 3. All right, so if you went with the raw fluorite piece or just group 3, these are the tarot cards that I pulled to represent what their intentions are for you. So I have Judgment, the Fool, and Temperance all here. And if you're familiar with tarot at all, I think you'd agree with me that this feels like a very powerful, a very compelling type of connection. I'm going to go over the interpretation of these, and then I also have oracle cards here that I'm going to lay down to help further clarify this. But I was just very surprised to see all 3 of these turn up for you, group 3. So just right off the bat, the general feeling I'm getting from this is that positivity surrounds this connection. This person may feel as though their relationship with you is fated. They may feel like they were born to meet you or born to be with you, that you are a part of their life purpose and their life path. Right off the bat. Okay, let's keep going. So with the Fool being here right in the center, this often indicates a new journey, a new adventure. So this could be someone new that you're asking about, or it could be someone that you've been with for a while and are now looking to take that next step or to see what the next chapter holds in your relationship together. With Temperance and Judgment, this feels like a blending or a coming together of opposites. The two of you may literally be, astrologically speaking, opposite signs or have a lot of polarities in your birth charts, or just personality-wise, personality speaking, you may be very opposite of one another, but there's a sense of balance that comes from that. The other thing here with this feeling so heavily karmic, all three of these indicate very, I hate throwing out karmic so casually, but I always do because I believe that it is true for some of you that are in this group, but all three of these cards have karmic indications. And with that being said, just because you feel so powerfully drawn to one another does not mean that this relationship won't have its challenges. I definitely don't see this as being a easy breezy walk in the park, okay? You're definitely going to face some tests, you're going to come across challenges, and you may feel like you're being tested more often than not. But the thing here with Temperance, with Judgment, is that patience and understanding will be key in overcoming that. Just keeping a cool, level head, keeping your composure, not flying off the handle, and working together, utilizing the fact that you both bring different skills, different talents to the table, and you can use those to help one another. I do feel like along that same vein, that they feel like you bring out the best in them, and you may feel it as well, that you bring out the best in one another. You challenge each other to better yourselves. And when you meet, when you spend time together, you feel like you're changing your lives for the better. It's so hard to resist this person. You may feel so compelled and so pulled to be with this person because when you're together, you feel like you're changing each other's lives for the better. So with this being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull some more oracle cards to see if I get anything else here. So my first one is going to be the Pisces full moon. The message on here says to balance spirituality and practicality. And with that being said, the risk with Pisces being here, group 3, is that you run the possibility of losing yourselves with one another. It's like, it's a good thing and a bad thing because I feel like, this person, they feel like you're a part of them. Like you two share the same goals, almost the same soul. There's that heavy soulmate, past lives connection I've talked about. That's confirmed for me here in Pisces. But again, you run the risk of losing yourselves within one another. So it's important to make sure that with this relationship, you both have interests or hobbies or even a job that kind of takes you away sometimes so you don't lose your sense of self. But that's only a possibility. I'm not saying that's going to definitely be the case, just something to look for in this relationship. The other thing I want to point out here with Pisces and especially Temperance is that I feel like for both of you and for this person in particular, you have a very healing effect on them. I don't know, maybe both of you have been through some hard times or some difficult situations in your lives, but being together has this very healing effect. You feel whole and you feel almost calmer in one another's presence. Now, my next oracle card here is going to be the full moon eclipse. It says conclusions are within reach. With this card being thrown in the mix now, I can definitely tell you, their intentions are to be with you. You feel like the one to them. Like I've mentioned over and over, you feel like a soulmate. You may feel like you've known each other for multiple lives now. You are the one. But the thing I want to point out here with this full moon eclipse card is that you don't need to rush or push things. With this connection, I feel like it's so important to just let things unfold naturally, let things unfold on their own time. This kind of connection doesn't need added force or added pressure. It's going to unfold on its own, and whatever steps or moves are meant for this relationship will happen exactly when they're meant to. Again, there is such a heavy, heavy spiritual faded feeling in this group. I can't get over it, how spiritual this connection is, group 3. And as if I didn't just say it, the 9th house is our house of beliefs and of spirituality. That's just the cherry on top. This literally, I don't even know what else to say except this is exactly confirming what I was just saying. I will point out, because we have the Fool, the 9th house, Temperance, I believe, rules over Sagittarius, and Sagittarius feels most at home in the 9th house. This could mean that in the most basic of interpretations, they want to travel with you, they want to explore the world with you. But also, I feel like there's so much for you to learn from one another, because the 9th house does rule over our beliefs, our philosophies, higher education. And with Temperance here, I mentioned that blending of opposites. The 9th house, you have so much to learn from the other. You know, qualities and traits that you don't possess that they do, that is what you can take from them. Not take from them, but learn from them, experience from them. My next card here is going to be Scorpio. This also has very heavy kind of karmic indications. Again, it just can mean that your connection is highly, highly emotional. We have 2 full moons here as well, okay? Emotions are heightened. Your emotional bond, your emotional connection is so incredibly strong. And you may almost feel like you belong to the other. That's what I get from Scorpio, because it can have that tendency to want to control or possess. But in this instance, in this spread, the energy I'm getting from Scorpio here is that you just feel like you belong to one another. Like they are yours and you are theirs, and there's no real questions asked, okay? Now, my last oracle card, my last karma card here is Uranus. This tells me that the two of you may have met in a more unconventional way. You may have met while you were abroad, 9th house. You may have met while traveling. You may have met even online or even in class. If we consider, you know, the higher education, this could be a classmate. But there's something a little unconventional or unusual about the way you met. This may be a funny story that the two of you like to share, how you encountered one another. There's just something a little different, a little offbeat about this relationship. This may be someone who isn't typically your type, or you've never been with someone like them before. They brought change into your life. Meeting this person, getting involved with this person may have been a curveball. It may not have been what you were anticipating or expecting. And because we have Uranus and we have the past lives connections here, right? This tells me that you probably got involved with one another pretty quickly. For some of you, it just may have happened very fast, where you met, realized you had feelings, took the next step. It may just all have happened very rapidly. Uranus can mean that, you know, this change wasn't wasting any time. I'm going to throw both of these down at the same time because I just think it's Water and Neptune. I can't. Your emotional connection, your spiritual connection, it's literally in the cards. Every card I've pulled. And the water influence here is astounding. And I just realized Uranus and the Fool have connotations with one another as well. There is so much water here. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a prominent water energy in your chart, or if they did. Your synastry may have a lot of water aspects. Your composite chart may have a lot of water connections. But the thing with Neptune here, it's very similar to what I was saying about the risks with Pisces, you know, losing yourselves with one another. The other thing with Neptune to be aware of is the idealization aspect, or not seeing someone clearly because you have them so high up on a pedestal. It's like you idealize someone, you romanticize someone. And you know, and when you're in that state of mind, when you're seeing someone through that romantic lens, if there are any issues, it can be hard to notice them or pick up on them. But truly, you know, the more positive interpretation is that this, I'm almost getting like fairy tale. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting like your dream partner, or that's how they feel about you, that you are their dream partner, you are who they've been looking for. But it's true, you know, balance, spirituality and practicality. It's the challenge in this relationship will be striking that balance, or finding the middle ground between romance and being realistic with one another and your expectations of this relationship. Something else I'm getting here, group 3, and it's kind of, I don't even know where to say I got the inspiration from or the interpretation from. They want to live with you if they're not already. This is someone, you know, part of their intentions is to move in with you, to live with you, to share a home with you and build a home with you. But for my final oracle card, here I have the new love. So like I was saying in the very, very beginning with the Fool, this could be someone you've just met and you're having these intense, strong feelings for, which is why you may be here. You know, do they return those feelings? What are their intentions with me? This is confirming for you, yes, this is a new love, and yes, it is reciprocated, obviously. And for those who have been with this person for a while, let's see what this message says. It says to embrace the opportunity for love in your work prospects or for your spiritual growth. And I feel like that's just saying, again, you have so much to learn from one another and it will aid your own personal development. This relationship, not only is your bond and connection strong, your feelings for one another are strong, but this also, I'm surprised I don't have like a North Node card here or something where this is like someone you're meant to be with, or they're meant to help you on your path, whether they know it or not. You just do have so much to gain from being with this person. Their intentions are clearly loving, positive, forward focused, and they feel like they're meant for you or you're meant for them. It's really beautiful. This, looking at all these cards, it's really uncanny how well they all play together and how well they all carry that similar spiritual meaning here. I love it. This group is my cup of tea, let me tell you. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing here for you, Group 3. Please keep in mind that these are very large general readings, so again, not all aspects may resonate with you 100%, but that is totally normal and totally okay. Just take what does and then leave the rest for someone else, all right? I, of course, always appreciate you guys checking out these videos and hanging out with me on my channel. It means the world, so thank you so much, and I will catch you next time. Okay, Group 4, if you're someone that picked the Rose Quartz cluster, here are the tarot cards that I've pulled for you to describe what their intentions are with you. We have the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups here. Oh boy. So I'm going to go over these, and then I also have a whole bunch of oracle cards that I will also use to further clarify what exactly their intentions are. So let's start just right off the bat. The first thing I notice, we have the Knight of Cups here. They are on their horse and they are riding straight into these two over here, which is the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. If you are into numerology or angel numbers, perhaps 1010 means something to you, or perhaps it's just another message from your guides that, hey, we see you and this is the right path. To me, this is the Knight of Cups, right? It is headed towards financial and material success, material abundance, and it's also headed towards this emotional contentment and fulfillment here. This is like the best of both worlds combined. This to me reads as your knight in shining armor. Okay, this person wants to be that for you and they are doing their very best to do so. This is like your prince or princess charming, all right? What I'm getting from all of this is that they are completely committed, they are devoted, they are loyal, they are faithful, and their intentions are nothing but good. This is such a positive, uplifting trio of cards we have here, Group 4. I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles here, this person may enjoy like buying you gifts, they may want to take you out, they may write you letters or poems, whatever it is. It just feels like they enjoy giving to you, and that may be their love languages, gift giving, or even physical touch, acts of service. They like being there for you. Now let's see what else I have here for you, Group 4. My first oracle card is going to be the Libra full moon, which says a win-win outcome is forecast. So if that doesn't make it abundantly clear, I do see their intentions as nothing but good. I see this relationship has a lot of potential. And of course, there's that romantic archetype that Libra has, you know, wanting to be a part of a partnership, wanting to be in a team, and that's exactly what they want with you. My next card is going to be the South Node, and this is telling me that it's very possible you have past life connections with one another. When you met this person, it may have felt like you've already known them There was a sense of familiarity about them. And it's like it took you no time at all to get comfortable with one another, and you feel almost like you're finally being seen, or that's how they feel with you, right? Like they finally found someone who understands them and understands where they're coming from. With that card, and even the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups, there's a possible karmic ties here as well, which means that there could be things that you need to work through. And the message on the South Node card is don't let your past hold you back. So if this is a past life type of situation or a karmic situation, there may be issues from those past relationships that are being brought up again in this one, that you're being asked, you know, work through it this time, overcome it this time. With karmic relationships, they're powerful, but they can also be very challenging and testing. My next card, I'm going to actually put it right next to that one because it's Libra again. So at this point, you may have a lot of Libra influence, they may have Libra influence, or this could just be saying, you know, that the two of you are falling in love, or you are in love with one another. You cooperate well, you may work well together, and you want to be fair with one another. You're not afraid to make those compromises. I also want to say with the abundance of Libra here, that this could be a new person you've met, or it's just that, you know, you're reaching that next level of commitment. Because remember, they are committed to you and they are willing to take things to the next level if that's something you are also interested in. Now, the next card I have is going to be Mars. This tells me that the two of you, it's actually right here, the words right here, energize. You give each other energy. You feel alive in their presence. Of course, Mars is also associated with fighting, but I don't necessarily see that here. What I do interpret Mars as in this instance is just the physical intimacy that you currently share with this person, or, you know, you'll eventually share with this person, and that it's a very powerful and compelling factor in this relationship. When someone understands you on this deep emotional level, I wish you could see my face. But when you understand each other so well, emotionally, mentally, the sex is going to show that. Trying to keep this as PG as I possibly can. My next card, oh, there's the heart, is going to be, wow, he really doesn't want to, hello. The second house is the next card that I've pulled here, and it talks about material abundance, your resources, what you value, also your beliefs and like how you value yourself. But in this instance, you know, there's literally money all over this. We have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is lots of money. So I do see this partnership and this connection as being very abundant materially and financially. You may finally feel stable and secure in this relationship, that you have a strong foundation to build upon. And to confirm that for me, we have Taurus here. Again, as much as you love each other, there is also this realistic and practical side of life that you both seem to understand, and you want to be financially comfortable. Not just financially. Taurus likes to enjoy all comforts. So it kind of reads as really cuddly to me. You know, we have Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, and so is Libra. There's this tender, loving, compassionate energy from this person, group 4. Their intentions are to just make you feel so safe, understood, and loved. They just want you to feel loved. Now, my next card, where do I want to put this? I'll just throw it over here. It's going to be Jupiter. So Jupiter to me in this spread, immediately I want to go back to what I was talking about, where they want to buy you gifts, they want to buy you things, they want to spoil you. Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So this could be your finances expand when you're together, but also, you know, they want to spoil you. They want to give. This is a giver. And when I see Jupiter and Mars, yeah, that's a real spicy physical connection here, group 4. This also reads to me, Jupiter can be associated with, you know, healing and, like I said, expansion, and even, you know, because it has that philosophical flavor to it as well. So it just confirms that there is that soul connection between the two of you, like finally feeling at home with someone's soul, recognizing soul here. And my final oracle card, group 4, is going to be this one that says you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And I feel like that kind of rides off of Jupiter. It rides off of this south node, that there is so much limitless potential here for the two of you. This person's intentions are to make you feel well-rounded and secure and understood on all fronts. You know, the financial, practical side of things, and also the romantic, emotional side of things. Just all around, they want to have this life with you where you are both seen, understood, you know, not afraid to compromise. If there's arguments, you want to work them out, and you work well together. You know, the Knight of Cups is coming in here just ready to sweep you off your feet, Group 4, if you haven't been swept already. This whirlwind is coming. You know, if this is someone you've just met, Group 4, not only do I feel like it'll progress quickly, but also that it may consume you quite a bit. You know, you're going to get so caught up in this. And this person, you know, they're definitely in love with love. All over this Libra, the Knight of Cups, this person is truly a romantic at heart. They may even be a hopeless romantic, or maybe that's you. But Group 4, I see nothing but the best of intentions from this person. And that is what I have to say here for you. So, of course, please keep in mind that this is a large general reading and not all aspects may resonate with you 100%, but that is totally a-okay and normal. Just be sure to take what does resonate and then leave the rest for somebody else. I, of course, appreciate you for checking out this video and hanging out with me on my channel. I love reading for you guys, and I will see you next time. What am I looking at today? What am I doing? What's my reading about? Isn't this shirt so cute? I didn't think I would like love it this much. I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's cute. Bunch of babies. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm like gonna start sweating. It's really hot under these lights. Okay. I had that lovely comment once. You talk too much. Get to the point. Bite me. Oof. That was my knee. That's fine. Come on, Vamonos. Everybody, let's go. Okay, I'm done. Bye.